Good afternoon, students. How are you all? Hope you will be fine and safe in this situation. A very long time we have met. So today onwards, I am going to start virtual classes through YouTube. Now for this, you all need to know is that daily 8:30 in the morning I will be live, and the important thing is to note that if you are not live at that time for any of the reason, maybe a network issue or anything, that's not a problem. Our virtual lectures are live and including they are also being saved to the YouTube. So you can watch it any time as per your convenience. But please, I know you all, please watch it and be attentive in the class from today itself. Now as this is not your 11th standard, now you have been promoted to 12th standard. So it is necessary and I expect from each and everyone, especially my special students, that you all will be very attentive to our class. Okay? Now from today onwards we are going to start with statistics subject. It is possible that today many of you have not been ready with the textbooks, notebooks and whatever things you want. So tomorrow onwards it is compulsory, not necessary. Again I am saying it is compulsory for every one of you to be ready with your textbooks, notebook and a fair notebook. You don't need to write anywhere, but you will be ready with your notebooks, okay? And the things which, the sums which we will calculate here, you will need to write it, and also you will need to send in our group also your photos. And if possible, every student make a PDF of your homework, means separate PDF. You are all clicking your photos of what you are writing, but if possible for you, make a PDF and send so that we can check it easily. Okay, if possible. If not possible, then that is not an issue. But please, every day it is compulsory for each of us to write in our book. Now see, the important thing to note is that this is a virtual classroom. Okay, so you all are not with me, but I am live. So sometimes due to the network issue, we will be late, or you are not getting my voice, or sometimes you are not getting this board work. So please watch it once, don't watch it once, watch it twice or thrice, so that you can understand what I am doing. And as you all know my method clearly, that when I am calculating the sum at that time, don't write. When I am calculating my sum, then I will explain it. Then you should write when you are watching it second time. First time you don't write because it is a new thing for us. This virtual classroom is totally new thing for us, and sometimes it is not possible to cope up with the sum and everything. એટલે કે બધી વારે આપણા પાસે પોસિબલ નહીં હોય, એટલા માટે બધા બહુ કાકડ ન કરતા. મને ખબર છે કે બધા બહુ કાકડ કરશો બરાબર લખવામાં. So it is necessary for each one, don't be okay. Now as you all know, most of you will be having textbooks, notebooks and everything, but for account I need to clear it that for both account and statistics we have two parts. So course is little bit lengthy, but it is very simple to understand. Please don't take any other tensions, okay? You will be easily cope up with the subject, that is thing, but if you will be attentive, it is compulsory. Okay, now statistics part 1. Okay, if we are looking at the index. We will be having 1, 2, 3 and 4 chapters. So we will start with the index number, that is first chapter. And as you all know, before some time when there was unit test, and I have given some questions and answers for both accounts and statistics. So all the questions and that answers are also important. I will say how to write, what to do and what not to do. Please don't do by yourself. I will say what to write and what not to write. Okay. So those who are having books, please open your books virtually. Okay. Don't open the PDF, as you cannot watch me at the same time in PDF. Okay. Now the first chapter, index. Now index number is the first chapter, and this is your board year. So whenever I am starting the chapter, I will also mention that for board how much weightage is carried by this chapter. So for boards, this chapter has 12 marks. How much? 12 marks weightage is for this chapter. Okay. In the detail how it will be asked and what all things will be asked, we will discuss when we are meeting personally in the school. But for your instance, I would like to say in every chapter, because now we are attending boards. So remember, whenever we are starting the chapter, I will mention the weightage, and you all also want to write in your notebook. Means you will write chapter number 1 index number, and in the first line itself with a clear handwriting for boards, this chapter carries 12 marks weightage. All of you will write this thing. Okay? Yes. Now moving for the chapter. This index number chapter is having so much types of formulas. Okay? Leaving that formula apart, some things which we have seen in 11th standard will be seen here. Now in the page number 2, some of the examples and everything is given which we learned in 11th standard. So something we are repeating here. Now what is index number? As per us, what is index number? Definition is written, that is a different thing. But to understand the index number, first we will know that what is this index number. Now, index number, I can say that it is a comparison or it is a percentage change in any value. Now, how? We will see it by example. Suppose we are taking example of wheat and we are comparing the price of wheat for different periods. Suppose for 2019 and for 2020. Per kg price, it is just an estimate, friends. Per kg, it was 20 rupees in previous year, that is 2019, 20 rupees per kg, and suppose now in 2020 it becomes 30 rupees. Okay. Now, what is this index number? How it is helpful here? So comparing it just a difference, we can say that the difference is 10 rupees. Okay? How much difference? 10 rupees for wheat. Okay. Next, second commodity such as rice. The price of rice, suppose 10 rupees in the previous year, becomes 20 rupees in the 2020. Again, the difference is 10x. Now what I am meaning to say is that without using index number, if we are comparing both these things, the price of wheat, the price of rice, what we can say that difference is 10 rupees, difference is again 10 rupees. Okay. Now let me ask a question, that which price is increased more? Then you will think that both prices have increased by how much? 10 rupees. But this is just absolute difference. What type of difference? Absolute difference. How we take absolute difference? As we were taking in standard 11. Just subtract or just take the difference 30 minus 20, then 20 minus 10, 10. So this is just an absolute difference and it shows only change. Suppose both are not equal. Suppose if I am saying the price of wheat could be 20 rupees and here the price could be 35 rupees. How much difference? 15 rupees. Then the price of rice, suppose 10 rupees, it becomes 26 rupees. How much? 16 rupees in this. Now if we will compare, then you can say that there is price rise here more. Always this is not same. Why it is not same? What is the reason? Will be explained, can be only explained through what? Through index number, or absolute is just a difference, then relative is a comparative. You can see in the page number 2 it is given that how to take the difference. In page number 2 it is written method of absolute measure, only the difference, and method of relative measure. Now you will be thinking, what is this relative measure? How we will compare this price through relative measure? Okay? How we will compare by relative measure? Just don't take the difference. Here we have taken the difference. What we have to do? The current price or the big year, the year which is big, take it in numerator. Okay? And take the smallest year's price in denominator. You can do with your calculators. Okay, I will also make a do. 35 divided by 20, 1.75. For this, 26 rupees divided by 10 rupees, 2.6. One more thing, everyone must be ready with your calculators as we need it everywhere. So please be ready with your calculators at every time. Okay, so relative measure. See, 1.75, 2.6 means to take the absolute difference. How? Just you subtract, and to take the relative difference, don't subtract. Keep in numerator and denominator. Here also we can calculate it as 30 by 20, 20 by 10, 30 by 20, 1.5, here 2. Okay? So, this was the thing. Now, how it is explained by index number? How these all things can be explained by index number, we will see again through an example of again item A, B. Okay. 2019. I will compare everything in detail what we have seen here. Absolute difference, relative change. Okay, both things we will calculate, and lastly we will calculate it through index number. Yes, friends, lastly we will calculate through it by index number. Everything we will calculate in detail. Yes. Suppose the price of item A in 2019 is 100 rupees and the item B is 120 rupees. In 2020 it becomes 136 rupees and this becomes 150 rupees. Now absolute difference means just you can subtract 136 minus 100, which comes to 36 rupees. And relative, absolute again here, 150 minus 20 is 30 rupees. Okay, so absolute difference is very easy. You can just take the difference. Now friends, how to calculate the relative change? Keep in numerator, denominator. 136 divided by 100 comes 1.36 and 150 divided by 120 it comes 1.25. Now what I need to explain to you is a simple thing. When we are comparing to absolute difference, then which change is big? Which change is big? This. 36 rupees is a big change where 30 rupees is a small. So what we can say that price of item A has increased more than price of item B. So absolute A is greater than B. Now actually when we are comparing it through relative change, now you can see the difference. Here the answer is 1.36. Here the answer is 1.35. So again, A is also greater than B. But what I am meaning to say is that absolute means just take a difference. How much it is increasing we don't know. Just 36 and 30 rupees. But relative change is comparing. It is a comparison through numerator and denominator, which you are learning in 10th standards and all, that exactly how much change is there. Now what this 1.36 means, 1.36 compared with 1, 1.2 compared with 1, as we were writing, means for 1 rupees 36 paisa is increased, for 1 rupees how much? 0.25, 25 paisa is increased. Now these are the two simple methods which we will not use. This is just an introduction. Now how we will calculate it through index number is just same as relative, but we will calculate its percentage. How we will calculate? Just the same thing, multiply with 100, which means 136 divided by 100 into 100, which comes 136. 150 divided by 120 into 100, which comes 125. Okay, see what is the difference? एब्सोल्यूट में सिर्फ डिफरेंस लेना है, रिलेटिव में न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में रखना है, बट these two methods are just for your understanding, which we have learned in 11th standard. Now what we are learning here, we are learning percentage change here. See, here the answer is 136, here the answer is 135. So what you can say then, 136 and percentage are always 100. So here the price is increasing by 36%, and here 125 minus 100, here the price is increasing by 25%. 95%, and that we will learn in this index number. And suppose if you all are thinking index number's answer is less than 95, suppose it is possible that sometimes the answer is less than 195, then you what will you 95 minus 100, so minus 5 don't write, what you will write 5% decrease, and INCR as all you know increase. Okay, so these were some of the examples for index number. Now what is actually the index number is written on page number 3, and previously also I have given its definition on page number 3. That definition is given, you all have to write in your note. Okay, I am reading the definition. The percentage change in the value of a variable associated with any item for the given or current period compared to its fixed or base period is called index. What they are writing? Percentage change. See here we can say 36% increase, 25% increase, 5% decrease. Means index number is showing percentage change. Suppose the answer is more than 100, then always increase. Answer is less than 100, then always decrease. Means index number is showing the percentage value of what? Of a current value. How we can say that 2020 is current year? Because we are in 2020 and to the base or fixed period previous year. Always it is not necessary to compare the current with the most previous. You can compare 2020 with 2018, 17, 16. Okay. So a value of a current year means a value of 2020. We are living in 2020 is compared with the previous or any fixed period, and that percentage change is known as index number. Everyone should note that definition in your fair books and must send me. Okay, so this was about the introduction. Yes friends, now an important thing which I have given in the question also is the characteristics of index number, which is given on page number 4. Now friends, I am reading that characteristics. If you have textbook with you, please see that page number 4. Index number is free from unit as it is a relative measure. As I have said, relative. See, in relative we don't multiply with 100 only. That is the difference. Otherwise index number is always a relative change only. Now what they are writing is very important thing friends. See here always I am writing rupees. Why I am not writing here rupees? 136 rupees. Why I am not writing? Because it is written index number is free from unit. Means okay, when you are interpreting, when you want to know how much increase or decrease, you can write down back percentage. But the actual answer which is multiplied with 100, that should not be compared with any of the unit. So 136, only 136, it is not rupees, paisa, kg. Second one, the changes in the value of a variable having different units can be compared using the index number. Now what they are, the changes in value of variable of different types of units. See, for the current example we have only taken rupees and rupees, but we cannot but we can take rupees, paisa, or if I am writing here kilogram, and if this value is in gram, then also it is comparable. So they are telling that do not write anything here back. It is a general question that if I am writing here kg and here gram, then what answer should be written in kilogram or gram? So you are not supposed to write any of them. And that's why here it is written index number is a comparative measure. Any measure you can compare to kilogram, gram, meter, millimeter. Okay. Now third one. Index number is a relative measure showing percentage change. See, here we can also ascertain percentage change. If your answer is more than 100, then you can say it is increase. If your answer is less than 100, then what you can say it is decrease. Okay. Number 4. Index number is a special average. It has all characteristics of average. Now, while they are writing this thing here, we will understand it in the last part of the chapter. Why I am telling like this? Because they are writing index number is a special average. Now, which average is used, how it is used, we will learn in the next topic of this chapter only. But a simple thing I will tell. In 11th standard, we have learned different types of mean. Now, if you are remembering arithmetic mean, geometric mean, weighted mean, so this thing is applied here. So, from arithmetic, geometric or weighted, which mean will be used here? We will discuss it in the next part. So only you have to remember index number is a special average, but which average we will discuss it later. Okay friends, next, the situation at two different periods can be compared by ratio with the standard base fixed period using index number. What I was saying, 2020 is current year. Now you will compare it with a fixed period previous year or very long year. Suppose we are comparing with 2019 also, 17, 16, 14, as you can see. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of index number. Uses of index number are given. It is just for your information only. You don't need to write, but remember definition of index number and characteristics of index number should be written in your fair books. Okay friends. Okay, now we are moving forward on page number 6, and on page number 6 we will discuss the years. What we will discuss? Some of the years. Yes. In theory itself, I have given their means. Now we will discuss. Everyone be attentive. Yes. What you all need to know is base year and a current year. These 2 years first we have to understand, and after that only we can solve the sums. Yes class. Now what is a base year? What is a current year? Now according to us, first everything we should understand on our base, then we will see what is written in the book. Now base year generally is always a small year. And what is this big year? Now, if I am giving an example, 2020, 2019. So which small year? Small year is 2019. Which is the big year? Big year is 2020. So 2020 is the current year in short form. We will write it as CY and DY base. Okay, this is a simple explanation. Or else, how we can understand a base year and how we can understand a current year. So base year is to which comparison is made. We are comparing the prices of commodities. Then to which we are comparing. Suppose in the previous example we were comparing with 2019. It is not necessary that you compare with 2019. You can compare with any of the years. So in simple, we can say that to which comparison is made. Now current year. A current year we can say that which we need to compare. Means if you have selected year 2019 as your base, then 2020 means to which we need to compare will be our current year. But a simple question I will clear of every student. I have said this is a small year, I have said this is a big year. Okay. So 2020, 2019. So always this 2020 cannot be base, means this is not possible that 2020 will be base and 2019 will be current. We cannot go like that, as you all know. Always the present is the current and always the past will be our base. Okay, suppose we have only single year. Suppose we have only single year to compare, then 2020 is always compared with 2020 itself. When we are doing the sums, we will get a clean understanding of that also. Okay. So base year and current year. Now what is written in the book, we are going to see that also. Now on page number 6, you can all see in the base year I am reading. In the construction of index numbers, the value of variable for the current period is compared with the value of the variable with fixed period from the past. That fixed period is called a base period or a base year. And current year, it is written in the next paragraph, the year selected as base year should be standard or normal, they are telling. And in the first paragraph itself, they are writing again in the fourth line, the period or year which is with the value is compared to the base year is known as current year. Means base year through which we are comparing and current year that we need to compare. Okay, an important thing is written in the second paragraph about base year. Which year we will select as base year? I am reading that, and that is important also. I have given in the theory question also. The year selected as base year should be standard or normal. Now what this means, that 2020 cannot be a base year. Why? This 2020 is not normal year. Why? We had coronavirus pandemic. So in this year there are many changes in the society. So we cannot take 2020 as the base year, as 2020 is not a normal year. Then 2019 can we take? Yes, 2019 we can take, because there were no such big changes. Again, if I am saying we cannot take 2016 also as base year. Why? There was demonetization, notebandi. So due to that, there were also many changes and many things through which we have gone. So 2016 also cannot be taken. Again, if we are taking the example of 2000, year 2000, when most of you will not be born also. People like me will be of small children of 4 to 5 years. So 2000 also cannot be taken as a base year, because we had a vast earthquake here, as you can all see. So that year also we cannot take. Why we cannot take these abnormal years? Because in that years there will be many changes in the society. Okay, this is just for information. You don't need to write this base year and what is current year. I have just given in the theory, but you have only to write a definition of index number and characteristics of index number. This we were just comparing what is this base and what is this current. Okay, now the next topic is written. We will only see it and we will continue in next period. The base year can be selected in two ways. You all need to underline that line on page number 6. The base year can be selected in two ways. Which ways? Fixed base method and chain base method. Again I will repeat. The base year can be selected in two ways. Fixed base method, chain base method. And I have to say that we have sums for only these two methods. So these two methods we will see in our next lecture. Till that time, all have to watch the lecture again and need to write the notes which I have told and send me in the group. Okay, till that time you all write, you all watch the video, you will understand the things, and if you have any doubt you can text me. Okay, so tomorrow onwards our lecture will be at morning 8:30 a.m. Okay, so tomorrow onwards we will continue at 8:30 a.m. and also on Sunday also. Okay, so that's all for the today's session.